Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. We are back on Kinlaig, and I guess today, at least for now, we're gonna kind of see what we can get into without causing too much damage to the farm. No guarantees. Anyway, when we were last together, we were talking about the hay problem, and I needed hay. Ah, hi, Grandpa. What are you doing hanging out behind me over there? That's creepy. Anyway, we needed hay for the cows, and so I was having a conundrum, and if you remember, we mowed all this grass out here, and I've since picked it up and off camera, I picked it all up and I put it up here in the well, I was looking for a solution. I tedded it, and that didn't work, if you remember. And I think that's because of the real weather mod. So what I ended up doing was I took it and I put it in that building there, and that's essentially just another modded production, but it's a hay dryer. It's essentially a hay dryer. So if you put hay in this building, it'll dry in there. So that was my solution for that, and that's all I could come up with. I tried a couple other things, and nothing was really working, and I was like, well, I think this is going to be our best solution. This building still has straw in it, but I want to try to use that out of that and not put any more in there. I think we'll bale the rest of the straw so we can store it as bales. We still need grass for the sheep. For the sheep, I'm not too sure what's going on with the sheep. They don't seem to be doing too much down here, but we'll wait that out and see what happens, I guess. I did hear a rumor somewhere, one of the channels I was watching, somebody was saying that their sheep got to half a pallet of wool and never produced any more, and they had to sell all the sheep to get it to work. So I don't know if that was... We'll see what happens. I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried because mostly I don't really care that much about the sheep to begin with. So now we have to go get the tractor. I left it out by the road. And we kind of have to figure out where we're at on things. Again, you know, we're at this point where we don't really have a lot of our own stuff to do because we're at that time of year. So we may do some contracts and stuff. Was thinking about the fishing thing, and this whole DLC being about fishing. We really should look at the fishing thing. Oh, good. This is a nice look, by the way. I made this mess. You can't pick this up now either because it's in the road, which is not ownable. Thanks, Giants. Gotta love that. Anyway, so yeah, so the what was I saying? We were just talking about the fishing, right? And I don't really want to go full on large scale fishing at this point, but I would like to do something that's somehow uses the fishing. What's going on here? This is interesting. Hold, please. Huh, that's weird. Can't seem to go in forward. What is happening right now? Okay. Okay, hold on. We're gonna fix this. I think the last time this happened, I had to reset the vehicle. And I don't know why it's happening, but every once in a while this happens. So let's do that. Let's, that's not what I want. Let's do this. Vehicles are in here now. Anyway, so fishing. So it's kind of one of these things where I'm like, you know, I don't know what to do with it, but I'm kind of like, I feel like we should do something, right? What am I doing? I'm having a rough start already, guys. I'm sorry. Bear with me. There we go. This is what I want. Reset. Go. Alright, now we'll go down to this shop. Let's see. Should be right here. Let's see if that's going to work now. This has happened a couple times now with this thing, and I don't know why. But it's not supposed to be... There we go. It's not supposed to be an issue, but every once in a while... Alright. Several people have told me I need to start learning to drive on the left side of the road, which is apparently the right side of the road in this part of the world. I don't even know what to say to that either. I'm just kind of like, well, okay. But anyway, so I thought about maybe putting in one of those small fishing like the fish farm, it looked like a greenhouse almost, like a little tent with a bunch of ponds in it. Thought about doing something like that to get started with fishing. Well, obviously we don't have the money to go buy a fishing boat and go fishing. Another issue that I've been kind of wondering what to do about is this grassy farmland over here with all of our cows on it. Cows are supposed to be able to eat the meadow grass that's in there, but I've seen a lot of people having trouble with that too, where they're finding that the only way to get the cows to eat the meadow grass is to mow the meadow grass. Well, that's a problem because you can't get in that fence because there's no entrance. There's no gate anywhere on that fence. So what do you do with that? You know, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but it's another one of those things that I've been kind of thinking about. What do we do with it? You know, I don't know. I just haven't decided yet. What the heck is happening here? Okay, there we go. I'm just not having a good week. Oh my gosh, guys, if you had any idea what's been going on in my life this week, you'd be shocked that I'm here at all, to be honest. It's just been crazy. Anyway, we're here and we're doing our thing, and that's all we can do right now. Now, we gotta figure out where to put some of this crap. We got so much stuff, and I don't know what to do with it all. Right. I need to find out. Ooh, sorry guys, I bumped you. I need to find out if that stuff over in the corner over there can be deleted. I don't know if it's deletable or not, but it needs to go away because it's kind of in the way. And seeing as how I can't get into the map to delete it, I'm hoping they gave me access to it. Alright, let's see. Wonder if we go into construction mode, which we have to do from out here. Can we delete? It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's just there for good. Come on, Giants. You didn't do that, did you? No, I don't want to sell that. They did. It's exactly what they did. So what am I supposed to do with this stuff? That's unfortunate. That's too bad, really, because that's something that would have been easy enough for them to just say, hey, let's get, well, maybe because, hold on, let me try something else. Yeah, no. They totally did not give us the ability to delete that, and that's unfortunate, because that would have given us, we could have tucked some stuff in there. I can get rid of the fences, the gates, but I can't get rid of this. I wonder if it's connected to anything, though. I'll have to open the map in a new save and try a couple things and see if I can get rid of it. If anybody knows, if anybody's had any luck with it or been playing this map and knows how to get rid of it, let me know, because I'm not like it there. Just saying. And you know, if it was a base game map, I could just go in and get rid of it, but I can't because being a DLC map, I can't get into the map, which I still kind of think sucks. I don't really understand what they're thinking. I get it to some degree because they want to capitalize on it as much as possible, and I guess if they open up the map to modders already, then what's going to happen is modders are going to start making maps that are going to be competitive with them. You know what I mean? This thing has a horrid turning circle on it too, by the way. The JCB, I mean. Have you guys experienced that yet? Turning circle? Oh, come on, really? I gotta do this? Too much too soon. And your implement will only turn so far. Perfect. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to put this guy in the shed here for a minute because as much as I like it, it just does not have crap for power, and it turns like it's terrible the way it turns. But anyway, it's got some uses, but we're going to put it in here for right now. There's a couple things I wanted to do that I think are kind of important to making the gameplay a little better. One of those things is I'd like to put in a shop trigger at the farm. We don't have one here at the farm that I've been able to find anyway, and I do have a placeable one I was thinking I could put down. I'm just not sure where yet. I wonder if I could get it to go in that shed if I'd use the... Let me try something. I'm thinking if I used sign containers, it would be... Where the heck did I put it? It's in... I think it's in tools, actually. Think about it. It's not in tools. Okay, hold on. We'll find it. It's not in silos, I know that for sure. Oh, you know what? It might be in here. Don't know why it is, but oh yeah, because it's a sell point. It's not a sell point, but it's kind of a sell point. So what I'm thinking is maybe we can squeeze it into the shed if we put this on free mode. Let's see. But I was thinking it'd be kind of nice to have it inside the shed. And now I know that there's the whole other side of that argument would be that can I get the harvester in there? But I think I can, so I don't think it'll be a problem. Well, I guess the other thing we could do is put it right outside the shed door. Maybe do this kind of a thing with it. Maybe that's a better way to go. Yeah, I think we'll do it there. Alright. So that is that. So we got that. Now we've got a way to make repairs and stuff right here without having to go all the way to the shop every time. And if we want to change a configuration or something, it's kind of nice to have it right here. We don't have a... I haven't set up a washing station or anything yet for the vehicles, and I know we probably need to do that too, but I haven't got there yet. Let's get some stuff put away here, because this is kind of, the whole yard is kind of a mess right now. Alright, so the cows, let's see. Dang it, I'm hitting that thing all night tonight. I apologize, guys. I did not know tonight was going to be one of those nights where I was going to make a mess of everything I touched. Well, why would it not be? It's every other night, right? Oh, gosh. This has been such a weird week for me. I said that already. I'm sorry. I'm repeating myself now, but it really has. It's just crazy, the stuff that's going on. Oh, yeah. So if you're in the U.S., obviously you're coming into Thanksgiving before long. And I don't know if you guys have any plans or anything, but I hope you all have a great holiday. We are just doing the family thing here. Kind of, I mean, for me, I kind of feel like that's, I prefer that. Just hang out with the family. Alright, let's see. I didn't mean to jump out of the tractor. I want to see where that pipe is. Let's see. So we're already starting to get some hay, so that's good. Let's take this down to the cows and see. I'm not sure if it'll take it. I believe it will. It's weird that it had to be hay, but that's what it told me, so I think we need to, at some point, we need to think about making some TMR or buying some cow feed. It's just one of those things. I really wish I could find a way to is it not gonna let me is it gonna only let me give it bales? Oh, don't even tell me that, because then I'm gonna be really upset. I think it has to be bales. Dang it. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me get out of the tractor for a minute. I've been toying with the idea of taking this out, to be honest with you. Because it's such a large area. It's taking up, so I was thinking about it be almost better off to move it up to this other little grassy section up by the farm. A little bit smaller area. And then using this for a field, a grass field, or some other type of field. I'm not really sure what yet. But because I couldn't get the the grass to turn into hay in the field, I don't have hay bales. Right? So this is, I think it's going to require me to put in bales. Let's see. Water, meadow. Let's see what we got going on here. Alright. This is what we currently have in there. So we have water, we have, our productivity is low, but we don't have milk on this either. And so that's a whole nother thing, is we're really not producing anything with this one. This is a really strange one. I just feel like this isn't really the right thing. I'm starting to really think it might be worth just selling this one off. Yeah, see, we've got some grass. We got no hay. So it had to be, yeah, I don't know. Strange. And obviously we don't have silage. Well, let's, you know what, guys, I really do think I'm going to sell this one off. Because it doesn't make us anything. It doesn't produce milk or anything. I mean, all we're getting is animals out of it. And I'm not really sure what the point of that is. At least for me, I'm not sure what the point of that is. I know some people are like, they want to raise the animals and breed the animals and all that. But to me, this was going to be more about like milk or something like that. But it was here, so I figured I'd use it. So let's do something really wild here. Okay, let's go and get. We can sell these animals off, right? Let's see. I think we can sell all of them right here. I know you get more money taking them to the animal dealer or whatever, but oh gosh, it's not gonna let me sell them all at once. Sell selected. Yeah, there it goes again. Listen, I love this game. I do, but I'm gonna tell you something. I have not seen a glitchier version of this game since I started playing it in 2010. Okay, so I'm just saying. Just saying. it's one of those things where it seems like 10 steps forward. No, 1 step forward, 10 steps back. That's what I meant to say. Let's see what we got now. Yay, there we go. Okay, so that gives us, this is a field area, and what we can do is when we get some more money built up, we'll put some cows over here, but we're gonna put in a barn that gives us, it makes it worthwhile. And I think what we can do is take that straw barn out. We'll sell the straw that's in it, and we'll take that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's sell the straw. We've got some loose straw. We can sell that in that shed up there. I don't know how much we have. We may take several loads. Alright, we'll dump this back into the hay shed over here. I'm gonna have to go around the other way because I can't get into this side right here. I can, but it just... Something else I noticed this week, and I don't know if this is happening with... I've seen this with several mods. Look at the ground forming underneath that. And I don't know why, unless for some reason they're putting field ground of some sort down. I've been playing with this on my own map, and it looks to me like the texture is like field ground, and I just don't know what's happening there. If modders are starting to kind of play with that idea. I did use it for in my own map. I used it for a couple of what do you call it? It's doing on both sides of the building if you look. But I'm using it for some roads and stuff. And I kind of like, that's cool, right? But alright, so where can we take and sell straw? Probably the animal dealer. Alright. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. Nope, not that one. What the heck am I doing here? It's down here. Sorry. I'm just gonna go to bed. That's what I'm gonna do. Animal dealer 81. 83 at the Logistics Railroad. Logistics Center East. What's the closest to us? It's probably the Logistics Center. And it's actually $82. It's not a bad price. So well, let's tag that. I have no idea where it's at, so we're gonna have to follow the little bouncing ball. Right. We gotta go up this road maybe. I don't know. It might be red down the other road and I may be going the wrong direction, but I feel like this is the right way. We're on the wrong side of the road again. Good Lord, I gotta figure these roads out. Alright, so this is, I think, it should be over here. This is the dairy. Where is, it's in here somewhere, right here. I really like what they did with this one. This logistics center, I think this is done really well. Alright, let's see what we get. See if we make any money. 1,500 bucks. That was not great, but we got another, probably at least another load, maybe two, back at the farm. So, whoa. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of toying with the idea of the fish thing, and I was like, well, maybe what we could do is try a small scale fish thing, because if we try to go full on, you know, large scale fishing, things could go awry really fast, and we don't have the money to buy a boat anyway right now. I'm not even sure what it costs. I haven't even looked at that. I don't know where to even. Are the boats in the store? I don't know. I really don't. I don't have any idea about any of that yet. I haven't had the time to look at it and really figure that out. So we're going to figure it out together. But it probably will be more painful for you than it is for me. And I apologize about that. It's just kind of the way it is. Oh yeah, we got a ton of straw. I mean, we should have a bigger trailer than this probably, but we'll take some down for now and see kind of where we're at. Alright, down the road we go. On the wrong side again. We're going to do this probably every single time we head out on the road for a while. And then I'll go back to an American style map and I'll be like, wait. What's happening? There's that little Porsche again. That guy just keeps driving back and forth up and down the road. That's a nice dairy too. I like that dairy. They did a really good job on this map. I really like what they've done with it. But unfortunately, being all backward to what I'm used to is making it a little difficult. But well, you know, whatever. We'll figure it out. I guess I should have played more UK maps in the past few years. It just didn't, you know, so. No, there's another 1,600 bucks, 1,500 bucks. But so that'll be a good, decent little bit of income. We can keep selling that off. I'm going to. I think what I'm going to do right now though is I want to plow that grassland up where the cows were and get it ready for a field for spring, and maybe look at getting a bigger trailer to haul this stuff down here, because it's going to take up, I mean, you saw how much is in there, 70,000 liters, and this thing's not big enough to, I mean, we're going to make 45 trips. So don't think, do we have a plow? We do have a plow somewhere. I know we do, because we've used it on contracts. Where did I put it? Yeah, it's right there. Okay, so let's put this back in the shed. We're going to grab the plow, and we're going to plow up that farmland down there, and at least get a field there so that we're in a good spot for starting out in the spring. Now, we still got a ways to go before we get to spring, so I'm not really sure yet what that means for in terms of what productivity and stuff through the winter. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to figure out all of the ins and outs of it, and I'm a little bit. So I said this before. I think I said this before in the stream, and I don't know if I did or not, or in this video. But one of the things that I've kind of been, like, I used to use, there was a mod called Start in Spring that we used to use in 22. It's never been converted over, and it's a script, so I don't really have the skills to bring it over to 25. I wish I did, because I would convert it, because I loved it, because it allowed you to start in I think we started in March. I think it was March, and that was really nice, because you didn't have to worry about how are you going to start out with nothing in the fields and stuff, because there was stuff in, or not, there wasn't, but you didn't have to worry about it. You were starting to plant and stuff right away. That's where I was going with that. And so, because Giants has chosen to start us in August on all these maps, if you're not really paying attention to what you're doing, you can get behind really fast, which is kind of what's happened here. I kind of got a little behind. I kind of got the big picture kind of got away from me, and now I'm kind of playing this catch-up game. So bear with me as I kind of figure out where we need to be here, because I'm not trying to turn it into this long in the tooth thing. It just kind of got away from me a little bit, and I've been, like I said, this week especially, I've been really scattered. So the last couple of weeks have been just off, and I'll get back on track. It's just kind of getting my head around everything. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we are going to leave just a little bit around the edges. I don't think that this is going to give us, yeah, it says no field. So we're going to have to do it freehand, which is fine. That's the same dang Porsche. Hmm. And we have to go to, let's see, let's create field Y. I thought it was Y. Alright. What is it? A couple opportunities here because on the one hand we can make this into a grass field again if we want to, which just by planting it back with grass and then be a healthier field and be ready to go. Or we could use it as a crop field of some sort if we need to. I think we're probably I'm going to plant it back in grass, but I wanted to get it plowed up and get an actual field established here so that at the very least we can do the fertilizing and the lime and all the things that we need to do, the rolling and all the things to make the field really produce decently. I mean, it's one thing to just say, oh, we're gonna make this a grass field and just start cutting the grass, but if we can't really add to the production of it and make it really worth our while, then all we're going to be doing is mowing random grass, and it's oftentimes that's not effective. And I think if we sell enough of that straw, we can buy a cow barn to put up on that other piece of land right next to us over here, and it would at that point at least we would have an actual barn. That's the other side of that for me is to have a barn that produces milk and like that would be, I think, a better use of our land than just to have Highland cows just hanging out up here. They're not really doing anything at that point. Alright, now let's see. Oftentimes, nope, don't do that. Sometimes this will work where you'll be able to, no, okay, it's not going to do it yet. Sometimes this will work where if you get an outline around it, you can get the GPS to recognize it. But alright, well, we'll get this plowed up, and then we will move on to the next thing. everything's getting pretty dirty. I'm not really that big a clean, equipment guy, but at the same time, it doesn't look as good when it's dirty. All right, so that deals with that. That's at least now plowed. I still want to fertilize it and deal with any pH issues and that kind of thing, and we'll go from there. I need to, that's the other thing I need to do, is go around and get the fields all tested so that we know where we're at. And after that, I think we can start looking at what we're going to do as far as the cows go. Do we want to have Highland cows, or what kind of cows do we want to have? And where do we want to put them? But I'm thinking this might be a good spot for cows, because it's up close to the barn, or up close to the farm, and we can put in something with a barn. Maybe put the barn like up in here. We get rid of this straw thing after we get rid of the straw out of it. Put the barn up where it's level, and then we've got all this area for pasture that we can use. I think it could be a really good option for us. And then we'll start looking at what else is possible as far as our fishing ventures. And I do think that we want to put in some sort of a, maybe we'll reserve a little spot down here to put in a fishing pond, or let's see what we've got in here in the let's see. So the aquaculture, you can put in a pond for just 12 grand. That's not bad. So we could do that. We could stick a pond in somewhere. I don't know where we'd put it yet, but we could figure out. We could maybe log some trees off here and put it. Who knows? We could cut some trees and put it over here. There's a lot of places where it could go. Yeah. Well, we'll figure that out. Anyway, or we could go with this style, and then we've got more options for placement, because it's, we could even tuck it over here, but it's just a lot more money. So, we'll have to see what we can come up with. But we'll talk about that next time around. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to get the field down here finished up, probably off camera. I mean, we're going to fertilize it and lime it, and maybe I'll record some of it, but it's like we do the same things over and over and over, right? And then I'm going to try to come up with a plan for the rest of the fields. I know that we have, let's look at this for a second. Okay, so we have 35 we own, which is the grass field. And then we have 20 right here, 23 and 22. Those are all ours. Those are all empty right now. And then the new field that we just plowed up is right here. So that is going to look that way until we put something in it. It's not going to show a field until we do something with it. As far as getting the information for precision farming, none of these have any information yet. So, and I haven't really, I was going to purchase soil information for them, because I don't usually use the little tester and go around and do that. I find it quicker and more effective just to order the information. I don't know what's going on with 50 though, if that's going to allow us to do that, because it doesn't seem like, see, it's not really, so this is interesting. Wonder why. Why? It should have come up as as a field now that I've plowed it. It's created a field. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. And then So yeah, we're gonna have to do these for all of these. Let's see. Let's start with that one. Oh, so that's a really crappy field right there. It's all silty clay. Ugh. Ugh. No wonder it's a grass field. Let's see. 22 is the one across the street that doesn't have anything in it. And it's not too bad. It's not a terrible field. Decent ground. Let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and do these because I hadn't done them yet. And we need this information to really be able to do this effectively. I mean, we've spent a few grand, but whatever. It's cheaper in the long run. It's cheaper than going and buying. You could buy the thingy, the testing thing. I can't remember the name of it, but and hook it to your tractor and drive around and test all these fields. But it takes a fair amount of time, and you have to pay for the machine. So in the long run, I just as soon just be like, let's just buy the data. So, and that way we can go from there. We can kind of get a picture of what we got going on. Those are not too terrible, actually. They all need nitrogen though, so they're all gonna need fertilized. See, our yields don't look terrible. What's really interesting to me is that we don't have a yield map for 23 because that is our field and we did harvest that. So why I don't have a yield map for it, I do not know. Interesting. Okay, well, anyway. And then, of course, we got seed rates and all that. So we will, yeah, lots of rocks out there. Should we pick up some rocks? We probably should pick up the stones out of them, but I just don't know what I would do with them at this point. No. I mean, maybe we'd probably sell them, but I mean, it's just as easy to roll them under. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. But if you want to come back and see me again, we will be back again. Another, let's see. I'm recording this on Wednesday. You guys will see it on Thursday. I'm not sure what the weekend's going to bring yet, but my goal is to have another episode for you on Saturday, and then probably back on Monday, so that we can go back on our typical schedule of Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for coming by. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me. And we'll see you guys the next time around.